I think there's something deeper going on in the Republican Party here, and I am upset about what happened last night. We've become a party of losers at the end of the day. It was a cancer in the Republican establishment. Let's speak the truth. I mean, since Ronna McDaniel took over as chairwoman of the RNC in 2017, we have lost 2018, 2020, 2022, no red wave that never came. We got trounced last night in 2023. And I think that we have to have accountability in our party. For that matter, Ron, if you want to come on stage tonight, you want to look the GOP voters in the eye and tell them you resign, I will yield my time to you. And frankly, look, the people there cheering for losing in the Republican Party. Think about who's moderating this debate. This should be Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan, and Elon Musk. We'd have 10 times the viewership, asking questions that GOP primary voters actually care about and bringing more people into our party. You think the Democrats, and we've got Kristen Welker here, do you think the Democrats would actually hire Greg Gutfeld to host a Democratic debate? They wouldn't do it. And so the fact of the matter is, I mean, Kristen, I'm going to use this time because this is actually about you in the media and the corrupt media establishment. Ask you, the Trump-Russia collusion hoax that you pushed on this network for years, was that real or was that Hillary Clinton made up disinformation? Answer the question. Go.
Mr. Ramaswamy.
Whoa. Vivek killed it. He did go like scorched earth on this female. And I'm glad that he did. Look at her face. Let's see. Did she even answer?
This is how we get our country back. We need accountability because this media rigged the 2016 election. They rigged the 2020 election with the Hunter Biden laptop story.
Mr. Ramaswamy,
and they're going to rig this election.
Your time is up.
Accountability.
Let me turn to Governor Christie. Why?
They were like, hurry up and get that mic off of Vivek. And then you know, he invoked the name Hillary. They were like, hurry up, we got to get him off. They probably wonder. And all kinds of news reports will come out, I'm sure, by the morning that Vivek Ramaswamy is some sort of, I don't know, anti-S, a racist or something, you know, or who knows what, a misogynist or something. They're going to find something to say about him so that they can attack his character, so that the regular people who are watching NBC hearing that, they, instead of asking like Russia collusion or wait, Hunter Biden laptop story, they're just going to say, you know, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's a fascist, you know, but shout out to Vivek Ramaswamy. And a lot of people seem to be annoyed with him. To me, he's killing it on stage.
Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, got a $5 million bribe from Ukraine. That's why we're sending $200 billion back to that same country. The fact of the matter is the Republican Party is not that much better. You have the likes of Nikki Haley, who stepped down from her time at the UN. Bankrupt or in debt was her family. Then she becomes a military contractor. She joins the board of Boeing and otherwise, and is now a multimillionaire. So I think that that's wrong when Republicans do it or Democrats do it. That's the choice we face. Do you want a leader from a different generation who's going to put this country first? Or do you want Dick Cheney in 3-inch heels?
All right, Mr.
In which case, we've got two of them on stage tonight.
Ramaswamy, thank you.
Nice.
Joe Biden's
because
son,
what people don't realize, that was a jab actually at Ron DeSantis. There's been a thing going on about Ron DeSantis and heels. Yeah, yo, this is pretty good. Let me see. Tim Scott, I think Nikki came, you know, Nikki.
Last thing we need to do is to tell Israel what to do. The only thing we should be doing is supporting them and eliminating Hamas. It is not that Israel needs America. America needs Israel. They are the tip of the spear when it comes to this Islamic terrorism, and we need to make sure that we have their backs in that process.
Yeah. So the first hour of the debate was talking about every other country you could think of course, Israel, Ukraine. We even went into Venezuela at one point. You know, they were talking about Putin being bad. It's just the same old tropes. And to be honest, there was a little bit of a discussion about the finances of America. They gave that about a good 5 or 6 minutes. I'm not watching now. Maybe they're talking some more about it, but I decided to stop watching. Tim Scott went full Lindsey Graham.
You have to strike in Iran. If you want to make a difference, you cannot just continue to have strikes in Syria on warehouses. You actually have to cut off the head of the snake, and the head of the snake is Iran and not simply their proxies.
So this guy wants us to go full scorched on Iran. You know, we're already kind of marching in that order. I don't understand these people. Like, who does this? Like, what is this where we promote this like strike at Iran for what exactly? Because what, they took down a drone or two or something. we aren't in the position for these kind of wars. People don't understand why we go to these wars. I used to think it was just me, like back when I was 18 and 20. So I never used to ask, like, well, why are we in this war? Because I didn't want people to think that I wasn't smart enough to understand what was going on. And today I know that it was never just me, it was most of us, sadly, and probably even the people that we sent over there to have their lives taken from them or come back home broken. Ron DeSantis said something about energy.
We should never rely on Venezuela for oil like Biden has had to go beg. I'm going to unleash all of America's energy potential on day one. I'm taking all the Biden regulations, the Green New Deal, ripping it up and throwing it in the trash can where it belongs. We're going to lower your gas prices. We're going to create jobs. We're going to lower energy costs, but we're also going to be more energy independent and secure. We'll choose Midland over Moscow. We'll choose the Marcellus over the Mullahs, and we'll choose Bakken over Beijing.
You know, I hate when he does the word play. It sounds good. I don't trust anything that comes out of DeSantis' mouth, but it sounds good, and I would love to be energy independent. I'm not voting for Ron DeSantis in the primary. You guys already know I'm not, but I just don't trust anything that I don't know what it is about this guy. But you know what it is? He's proven me right for the last few months about his foreign policy. So that's why I just shy away from this guy.
We've talked about this. You campaign on TikTok. How do you get TikTok banned if you use it?
Well, I want to laugh at why Nikki Haley didn't answer your question, which is about looking at families in the eye. In the last debate, she made fun of me for actually joining TikTok while her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time. So you might want to take care of your family first.
Leave my daughter
preaching to
out of your
anybody else,
voice.
your adult daughter. The next generation of Americans are using it. And that's actually the point. You have her supporters propping her up. That's fine. Here's the truth.
You're
The
just
easy
scum.
answer is actually to say that we're just going to ban one app. We got to go further. We have to ban any U.S. company actually transferring U.S. data to the Chinese. Here's a story most people don't know. Airbnb hands over U.S. user data to the CCP.
Okay, so a lot of people do. Even your medical companies, they do too. There's just a lot of ins and outs to this stuff. At this point, I just know that there's no privacy in this world, number one. And that's not a good thing. I'm not saying that I'm proud of that. It's not a good thing. Now, in the meantime, I'm glad that he did come at Nikki Haley about this banning TikTok. The only reason why Republicans are so hyper, it's so mid, they don't read the room at all. The only reason why they're so hype about banning TikTok is because TikTok is the only place you can really get uncensored information, like for the most part, except for climate change stuff. I think they started to censor that. But for the most part, you're getting pretty much uncensored information because their company is based in China. So they kind of don't care about our censorship issues in America. That's really why you hear all this ban TikTok nonsense. You constantly keep hearing about it. But what I really want to know is what does TikTok have to do with my grocery bills? Like my homie Nick Helper says, unlimited money for Israel, more money for military spending, F you and the entitlement you've paid into for 45 years. And that's when they're talking about cutting, Social Security and all kinds of stuff. And it's true. It's like unlimited money, constantly unlimited money for everybody else and everything else. But you pay for certain things, you can't get it. Now, I'm not saying I want to be on food stamps or anything like that, but I'm just saying I don't believe in socialism, but I mean, what are these taxes for? How are these roads looking? Now this is not the debate, but Chris Christie always makes me laugh. So I guess apparently he went off somewhere in Florida. He must have been, he was at the Freedom Summit. And well, the crowd didn't like him and he didn't like the crowd.
What a shock. You're for Trump. I'm going to fall over dead. Now look, every one of those boos, every one of those catcalls, every one of those yells will not keep it. Yes, sure. Will not solve one problem we face in this country. Will not solve and will not make this country better. Your anger against the truth is reprehensible.
That face that he gives at the end, like, got him. Oh, yeah, they're sure enough going to vote for you now. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you at the next video. Bye.